Hi, it's Kirsten McGoey from Trinity Design in Whitby, Ontario, and today in lesson number 4 of things that we really want to know as a beginner user of Photoshop is going to be doing crops and extending the palette or the canvas inside Photoshop. So what I'm going to do is actually just open up my example file here. And we are going to take this image right here and we're going to open it up in Photoshop. So I'm going to right click and get it open in Photoshop. And this is a familiar image. We've been using him in all of our previous lessons. Little guy with the measuring ruler. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about cropping. Crop tool is right here. And if you stay on the tool long enough, it'll tell you what the tool is and it'll give you the shortcut. In this case, it's C. And in the crop tool, we have 4 corner crops and we have 4 side crops. What this allows us to do is to bring in our composition from a corner or from the side. So right now our ratio actually is clear and I can make any adjustments I want to without having to worry about the original ratio of this image. But what I would like to do is actually go to the original ratio of the image. I'm going to just pull this back out so we're fully large. And when you see the actual original ratio, what happens is if you pull from any of these corners, it's going to maintain that ratio as you pull the corners in. And I might use this to get rid of some of the unwanted background area. Now what you can see here is the shaded area is called the shield, is still retaining all of the digital pixel information of this image. So if I was to accept this edit, that image is going to keep all of this information still inside of it. If you were to click this button up here, this little box, delete cropped pixels, then we would lose that information. Now the other thing I want to show you is ratio. You can do, for example, a 1:1, and there's a whole bunch of other options here, and we can save our own if we want. But if we wanted to do, say, something for LinkedIn, it's already got that 1:1 ratio established for us. So now when I accept my edit, what I have is a perfectly formatted image for LinkedIn. Now what I can do if I change my mind, because I did not press delete cropped pixels, is I can still access that information. Now, let's give us another scenario. Let's go and let's clear this and let's go back to the original ratio and let's decide that we want to make him in the corner here, but we want to drag out quite a bit and make our canvas much larger. So now you can see it's extended the canvas, and if I press return, I then have that saved, and I'll have to extend my backdrop and my background in order to make that image be true. So that is how the cropped tool works. You can play around with it. Definitely get to know the ratios that you're going to use the most. Definitely the square ratio, the 1:1 ratio you're going to use for LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, so that's a handy one to know. So thanks for joining us. This was our lesson on how to use the crop tool. And remember, you can follow us at www.trinitydesign.ca. You can email me at trinitydesignkm@gmail.com and continue to capture the experience.